y'all. Welcome to a late night. Nayla Live with T. Let's get into it. Told you I'll be back. And I wanted to touch on a couple, well, approximately three celebrity couples I want to discuss. And tonight we're talking about saying yes to love, okay? So, yeah, we're going to get into it. Grab your tea, grab your wine, grab your snack. Let's get into these stories. It's giving us romance, risk, and a little bit of that grown woman energy, okay? All right, so let's get into it. So, first up we have is our girl, Megan Thee Stallion. Yeah. Now, baby, the one right thing that got the internet shaking was Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson, the basketball player. And, well, let's go back. I'm going too fast. Nevertheless, we're talking about Megan. So, yeah. So, as you know, back in July 12th, 2020, which was approximately 5 years ago, this is what we saw. Megan was going through this whole thing um, about being shot. That's her running and saying, hey, you remember how she came out at first? She was like something about some glass, or she stepped on some glass, but we found out it came out she was shot in the foot, all the things. But this is her from July 2020, July 12th, 2020. And now let's move forward, okay, into 2025. All right. And here's Megan here. Okay. This is what Megan's up to now. Okay. So, yeah, she's in her soft girl glow right now. So, nevertheless, let's get into what some of the fans had to say. Okay. Because, them being together is a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Their reaction is a whole thing, right? Let's see. Yeah. Some people said, I already knew this. So, some people already knew. Some people didn't like them being together. I think it's cute. I like her as like in a soft girl glow. Fan almost got kicked out of Megan Thee Stallion's meet and greet after he got too handsy. Okay, we're gonna keep going. Let's see here. Who? Who does he do? And then yeah. Why Klay legs look like the people just have their comments. Supposed to be talking about the couple, but they're talking about all kinds of stuff. Then somebody had the audacity to say, "What happened to Tori Craig?" Aren't they funny? People are funny. So yeah, we're just checking out what the fans had to say about them being together. I like this for her. I think it's cute. I think it's a cute situation. And then like one person said, well, I want to go back to that one. Let me see. One person said, I pity any man hanging around the woman after what she did to Tori. So people feel away, right? But nevertheless, how the hell do y'all be peeping this anyway? Yeah. Anyway, some people really like them. Some people really like them together. Some people don't. But it's been a whole thing. But I think everyone deserves a chance at love. So yeah, there she is, looking bad to the bones in July 2025. Go Megan, okay? So so I'm not really sure if they're in love or anything, but they're definitely showing up together. And people have their comments. I hope this is a good look. I hope so. This is a good look, Megan. Uh, just so much. They just feel away. So we're just kind of going through some of the comments that some of the fans have to say about it. Some people are like, all right, Klay. Like, some people was dabbing and just all kinds of comments. It's almost like the fan base is kind of split on this one. Like some people say they love that for them. I do too. I like love. Okay, I love. So I'm here for it. So good for her. And yeah, so there it is. Klay to Meg. Yeah, I think I took in too many comments. Twitter, Zoom, Nation Network. Anyway, that's the end of that. Yeah, he goes, all I know is Klay Thompson stays with a baddie. Real one, been knew this. Okay. That's one of the comments. Moving on. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, looks like some people are definitely for them. All right. So let's move on to the next one. They're just touching on that. I don't know about them being in love because this is what this segment's about. It's about couples being in love. I don't know about all that, but they're cute together. So we'll see what happens, how long they stay together. But let's next up take a moment to talk about Mr. Kid Cudi. Yes. And, Kid Cudi went through a whole emotional break, you know, down, not break down, but through his music to lace suit, honey. Let's get into it. What's going on with Kid call him Cudi, Kid Cudi, okay? So remember this. So this is Kid Cudi walking out of Sean Combs' um, court proceedings back in June 2025. And even then, when he walked out, he was cool to me then, right? He was cool to me then with his little white shirt. But to me, he's always been pretty cool. I don't know if I'm not talking about anything to do per se with P Diddy, but that's what the thing we knew about him right now was about P Diddy. That's what everybody was talking about. But now we realize he moved on. Honey. He just got married, and I'm so happy for him. He got married July 12th. A lot went on in July, okay, of 2025. He got married. So Kid Cudi married. I can't pronounce her name quite, but I'm gonna let that be what it is. Mm-hmm. She's a fashion designer. Her name is Lola. We're just gonna put her by her first name. So yeah, it's just a different side of him. I think it's cute. Look at them; they're awesome. But yeah, it does show, different side of him. I almost feel like he went through that. He probably already had this plan, but it seems like he went to that trial and he ran off and got married immediately. Anyway, they go and someone says some of the fans are saying these photos are so beautiful and Cudi wore off. Cudi wore the F out of that suit. It's so T, and he does. He looks really good. But the cigarette peak is the most coolest shit we've seen in wedding photos. Sorry to be a curse. And you know what? It's actually very, very cool. Yeah, he did that when he was in court. Like he had like a white t-shirt, a motorcycle jacket, and he was smoking a cigarette. Now we know cigarettes ain't healthy, y'all, but it was cool, right? That just the whole thing was cool all about him, his whole look. But yeah, them lighting I didn't get a good picture of it, but him lighting her cigarette on the wedding day was too cool. So yeah, that's actually a very neat picture. Not promoting cigarettes, but it is cool. I think it is. That's what they agree on. But it happened, and I couldn't be happier. To my wife Lola and Muscudi, I believe is how you pronounce it. I love you endlessly. Isn't that sweet? I love it for them. I know some people don't love it. I love love. I think it's beautiful. But moving on, I'm happy for him. I really am. Um, Kid Cudi, Mr. Cool. I call him Mr. Cool. I mean, if you don't know who Kid Cudi is, I don't know. I don't know. Let's keep going. Okay. So, yeah, fans had something to say about it. It happened. I couldn't be happier to my wife. And there's a total different vibe from Megan Thee Stallion and her mates compared to Kid Cudi. But then again, this is a wedding. They did get married. They're not just on the ground. They actually got married. So there's that. So different reactions. So we're just gonna be nosy now. Yeah. So anyway, I wish him the best. I think it's a cute situation. Okay. So congrats to Kid Cudi and his new bride. And they just got married. So yeah. Mr. Cool. All right, Mr. Cool. So right now we're just gonna go on through some of the comments. So, hmm so the ceremony itself was described by, let's see, Sator as bliss, a moment out of time where the world stopped. We're not going all of that, but anyway, it's really precious. Okay, we'll keep going. Short and sweet, but it's still cute. Okay, there we go. Together. Yeah, we're just looking. Look at the pictures; they're really pretty. Okay. Moving along. Um, And then he says, he posts to here, and he goes, "Man, I've been waiting for this moment my whole life. A truly special day with amazing friends and loving family. I love this woman so much, and I know she loves me in the same way." I'm not gonna read all of that, but I think it's really special. Okay, there you have it. You definitely can read it. Um, and also he does say this part I want to mention. He says to Alien, I guess Elaine, you designed a effing beautiful and stunning wedding dress for Lola, and I'm so happy we have you in our lives. Moving on. We're gonna keep going. Okay, all right. It's a little different, but I wanted to do something a little bit positive. People are breaking up, splitting up, divorcing, and suing. I want to talk about love for just a moment. Anyway, moving through, I took a lot of. Okay, so after Cudi married Lola, he expressed his overwhelming happiness on Instagram. We already talked about that. Let's keep going. Okay. All right. So I took a lot of clips of this, didn't I? Okay, let's get into the main thing that I want to talk about. Thank you. I made it through. This is our last couple, Eva and Michael. Okay. And let's talk about a comeback that we didn't see coming back. Eva Marcille and Michael Sterling. Honey, they've been spotted together again, looking very together. Now listen, they filed for divorce, they made it public, and now quietly they showing us what it looks like to maybe, just maybe, say yes again to love. And I am here for it. If you can't tell, I'm excited. I really do like Eva. Yeah, and right now Eva is busy playing her role as All the Queen's Men. It's a very popular show. And I will say, I'll keep reading to give you more information, and I'll give my commentary on what I think. But nevertheless, there she is, looking bad as usual. Eva. Eva's come a long way, by the way. Eva has come. She used to be a model, and it's very clear. You can tell how her stance. And in the show, you can tell as well how she dresses, her size, and her beauty, and all of that. But yeah, so yeah, but they reconciled and they actually divorced 2 years ago. Isn't that so cool? I love that. But they look so good together. Okay. So I'm excited for her. And we're just going over a few details. And yeah, look at them. They're so cute. And they took you 2 years to finalize divorce and turn around and got remarried. So never say never when it comes to love. I did read a clip where she was saying that they that she was saying that they, when they first went to divorce, she just, she asked for the privacy, and she said we're going to co-parent together, all of that. But here they are again. He's smiling. He's happy from ear to ear. Okay, and should be good for them. Okay, and also I want to touch on not just the relationship, but how marriages and love and all the things affect your health and your overall life, because they were split up for 2 years, and I kind of watched Eva in her show, and I watched how she had gotten so slim. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, "What's going on with Eva? Like, what's going on?" She's already always been slim, and she's an ex model, so she's always had a very somewhat of a petite figure. But at one point, she looked a little sickly, respectfully, right? But she looks really good now. I could tell that they're together. She's gorgeous. So Marcel and Sterling first began dating back in 2016, with the lawyer proposing in December of the following year. And we had all these different rumors about this. I'm just giving some backdrops, right? In April 2018, the couple welcomed son Michael Jr., now 7, and got married 6 months later. Following their Georgia wedding, Marcel Marcel gave her 11-year-old daughter, Marley, from a previous relationship. Sterling's last name, blah, 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 blah. We'll keep going. Okay, let's see here. But now you see they're back together again. And look at that beautiful smile. She's so happy. Of course. So, just looking at this, the fact that they got back together. My question for you is, would you take an ex back? do you think you'd ever take your ex husband or ex boyfriend or whatever, your ex mate? Would you take him back? Would you consider it? Yeah, but it looks like these ladies are saying yes to love, and I'm happy for them actually, especially Eva. I mean, relationships are not the easiest, specifically marriage, but she looks really good. I'm not gonna go into that. I kind of already touched on that. This is just touching on what she said when they split up. We'll keep going. We're not gonna stop. I don't want to repeat too much, but here's the part that I've already touched on, kind of out of moving too fast, I guess. But this is what Eva Marcille opens up about her drastic weight loss. And some people thought Eva was sick. I actually thought that at first. I'm like, what's going on with Eva? But explaining it was a result of her going through a divorce. I lost weight just naturally going through life. I figured, people kept talking. I kept thinking, I said, Eva is going through a heartbreak, okay? But anyway, all right. So we're almost there. Okay. Mm-hmm. So I guess my thing is after the information, all the different couples. It's not maybe a popular subject, but would you take someone back after years or whatever? So we just kind of looked at the three different couples. Today's theme was just T was true, saying yes to love can look different for everybody. For Megan, it might look like stepping into something soft because she looks so much softer when she's with a guy. And for Cudi, it's walking into forever. I'm happy for him as well. And for Eva, it might mean giving love a second chance. And I think it's beautiful. But what about you? Are you open to love, even if it surprises you? Could you say yes even after heartbreak? So that's the conversation I leave y'all tonight. I just wanted to touch on that, and I want to do something a little bit more positive. I want to look at the couples that are winning out here, and looks like we'll see. We will see. And far as Megan Thee Stallion, I mean, we'll see. Hopefully, whatever she got going on with her love, I hope it works out, and I wish them all the best. So anyway, let me know what you think down in the comment section about the question I asked you about would you give someone a second chance or you if you're not already married, would you give or with someone, would you give are you giving love a chance? Would you? All right, let me know. Okay. Okay. Well, this has been a very short live. I just want to do something positive and something short and sweet. All right. Okay, so that's pretty much all I have. Have a good night. All right. Sleep tight. Okay. It's a chit chat with T. I'm your host, Miss T. Thank you and goodbye.